With emotions running high, the Tigers were able to pull off a major upset yesterday against the Bulldogs, getting one back on their former teammate, Lachlan Galvin.
Lachlan Galvin, it's the first time that he's faced the team he walked away from. You can hear the Tigers fans, the boos ring out.
Luai versus Galvin, and there's a little bit there between the two former teammates. Luai running the ball, big right fend in the face of Lachlan Galvin, mud flying everywhere, Luai in his face. Game on.
That's footy, bro. I'm a competitor, and it doesn't really matter who's on the other side. It's brothers and opposition, so that's how I see it.
Dewey gets away from kick out, almost beats Hughes as well, delivers to Buller, out to Skelton. Skelton plants it down. Dewey out of dummy half. He beat the chasers, still going through the Marty tackle. He's got Buller there with him. Buller races away. The Tigers have another one. Dewey, they won't get to him. Still going. Dewey goes coast to coast, and it is all the West Tigers.
Dewey moved into the halfback position, wearing 13, has been the best player on the field by a country mile.
To put out a performance like that, where do you want to be in 2026?
We'll see what happens. The media have found up a few different teams, and we'll see what Richard says this week.
The celebrations commence. Benji Marshall and the Tigers have taken down the high-flying Bulldogs.
Yeah, all week people made it about him, but for us it was never about it. It's about our club playing against the Bulldogs. To put in that performance for us today was big for the whole club, and I thought our fans, given the season we've had, deserved that performance today.
What a game, what a win, what a performance by the West Tigers over the Bulldogs. Let's bring the journos in, Buzz Rothfield and Brent Reid and Gordy. They set the scene. There was a lot of drama surrounding this one, and it was the upset of the year. The West Tigers just hammering the Bulldogs.
Well, it was you know what? If you would have tuned in after 20 minutes, you thought that the Dogs weren't up for it, but they were right up for it. In the rain, it was really high quality early. The Dogs started, but Dewey was absolutely fantastic. I think the best 40 minutes I've ever seen him play, but it was a great win for all the Tigers fans that were there in those conditions. They all stood as one and they made a lot of noise.
Probably my favourite 80 minutes of football all year. We had Penrith and Canterbury's sensational game, not from a purist point of view this yesterday, but for absolute tribalism, for passion from the fans, for the emotions. That was rugby league at its very best this afternoon.
I was watching from the sideline, Braith, and it was just compulsive viewing. You couldn't take your eyes off it. It had a bit of everything, had great tries, had some mistakes, had some sloppy footy, but man, the Tigers were just up for it. They were up for it from the start yesterday.
Reddy, we got some breaking news. Now, Lachlan Galvin, apparently he's gone for scans this afternoon. There is a chance he may be out for a few weeks.
Yeah, that's the word, Braith. I spoke to Cameron Sorrell that night and he said, look, he conceded he was in doubt. He's got a hand injury. He's had scans on that hand injury. I think Cam was still waiting to get the results of those scans back. But, yeah, it looks like he's in serious doubt to play this weekend and perhaps longer.
Well, this could be big news, Gordy. Yeah, Sexton could come back in.
Well, you think Sexton would be the obvious choice. He had him on top of the table, you would think, Buzz?
Mitchell Ward's boom New South Wales Cup halfback was pulled out of Cup yesterday to be 18th man and get a taste of first grade yesterday. So
they got Bailey Hayward too.
They got Bailey Hayward too.
Yeah.
What if Sexton come back and brained him, Buzz?
Yeah, well, it'll be a massive.
You can flip again.
No, you can flip again.
Yeah, I can
You've
flip
been doing
again.
backflips.
I'm more concerned. You said breaking news. Yeah. I'm more concerned about this man's forehead.
It's pretty bad, isn't it? Gardening. Mate, I was on gardening leave.
Mate, tell us the real story. What happened?
I was putting a little fella to bed and I was closing the curtain, tripped over a suitcase and hit the window.
I asked for the real story.
That was it. No, that was it.
Yeah.
That's as deep as it gets, Buzz. You read about it.
Everyone's talking about this, the try celebrations from the Tigers, the chuth, as it's called.
The chuth.
I've learned how to do it. Yeah. Didn't know much about it until this. Now, I would say this first off. I don't want this here to overshadow a brilliant performance from the West Tigers. So I don't want to give this too much air. Let's address it. Thoughts on this situation?
Well, this was a case of players so hyped up, so worked up, to, a lot of feel in this match, and they could not control their emotions once they got the 2 points in the bag, and they inappropriately made what I'm told is like an up yours signal to the Canterbury Bulldogs fans. I can say the NRL didn't like it.
I Oh, someone's flipping the bird back. So they're getting it back.
Yeah, what I'm told though, Gordy, is there will be a punishment. We had a similar scenario in the AFL only the week before when a Hawthorn player gave the bird to the crowd.
Yeah.
He was fined $1,500. I'm told the West Tigers players who did the same will cop $1,500 fines.
It takes a little bit of gloss.
I find it like...
It takes a little bit of gloss off, but just a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's silly, you know.
Yep.
I think it's silly. But I do question, did the NRL investigate other situations...
Every single one?
About players and fans and incidents? I mean, we've copped way worse over time, and I haven't seen the NRL...
This one's public though, Braith, and you've got to remember Brent Naden also went to social media last night and posted something as well. So
that was silly.
Yeah, that was silly. And it's all silly, Braith. But the public nature of it and the fact it's been picked up, I think the NRL has to act in those situations.
Do we know what it means? Because I got told from my mates.
Well, as I said,
I
I was told by a Lebanese mate that means up yours. Which is the same as when we do the bird and they just got a different finger signal.
It's not the crime of the century, Braith. I mean, it's just a slap on the...
You don't want to get around the game,
I've tried to put it in
Braith.
context too. I've got a lot of Lebanese friends, right? And they're kind of split. A lot of them are like, man, even Tigers and Bulldog supporters are like, come on, there's not much in this. And there's others that are offended by it. So it's kind of a bit split, right? But I just think, a fine's sufficient.
But you know what it's done? It's created so much media and so much emotion afterwards that this game is all about rugby league tribalism. And if the NRL have got a clue, when they do their draw for next season, they will ensure West Tigers v Canterbury, 4 o'clock Sunday, a course stadium, 60,000 people, and that joint will go off. Round one.
No, it can't. That's in Vegas. I think the Dogs are going to Vegas.
Well, round 3.
There you go.
Right, Bauer.
That's good.
I'd send the West Tigers to Vegas.
Let's get back. Let's get back to the footy. Benji said, and the players, quite a few of the players said they didn't speak about Galvin all week. Didn't even get a mention.
I reckon they would have known. There's some things that probably didn't need to be said. I reckon that they would have known. It's been so public. We knew about it. I got on the plane to go down and call the game, and that's what I was thinking about the reception he was going to get, how he was going to play, how the Tigers players were going to treat him. I didn't have to talk about it. That's what I was thinking. So if I'm in that dressing room, Braith, probably didn't need to be said.
You could see when Luai ran the ball early in that game, I think it was about the 10th minute, put a fend on Lockie Galvin, then he stood over him and sort of glared down at him. And I was actually about this far from Benji on the sideline. And man, he was into that game. Like he was screaming the entire match. You could tell it meant something.
It's obvious that it meant more. The game meant more. You could feel it. You could see it. The Tigers were as pumped up as they've been all year.
If you see where they run out, and I called it, Galvin was smiling, looking at the crowd, and you just saw Luai just crouching and just staring. And I thought that was the attitude of both sides.
The West Tigers played like it was an Origin game. That's the sort of what they put into it. Obviously not with the skill, but with the fearlessness of the way they went about the job. And of course Galvin was spoken about before the game. Galvin has been the big story of the NRL season, bigger than Cherry Evans announcing he was leaving Canterbury, leaving Manly. And the manner in which he left the West Tigers left a sour taste in the players publicly on social media, and Lockie Galvin didn't perform yesterday. I'm not blaming him because I thought his forward pack
none of them
got bashed up.
None of them performed.
I thought his forward
pack...
But
you know what, Buzz? They hugged after the game, Luai and Galvin. They look like they're fine.
Oh, please. You know what? They could see a TV camera there. That was a PR hug for the cameras. Look at it. Of course it is.